everybody, and welcome to day 317 of Rhys's stories. And today I'm going to be reading you 2 chapters in this book called Moany, McMoan-The Summer Holidays, written by Flannery and illustrations by Ray and Ruairi Flannery. And first I would like to say, I hope you had a wonderful day, Ray, yesterday, and your father as well, because it was your birthday. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 chapters, everybody. And the first one is called Moany Has a Cunning Plan. 2 days later, I went back on my own to Mrs. Small's house. I don't need Mark to help me. I got this. I picked up the post and put it in the press again. Then I picked up all the plants and brought them over to the sink. I put a small towel on the silver part beside the pan and put the plants on the cloth. I put one end of the towel into the sink and turned on the tap. I had looked up how to water plants on my phone. Who's a clever boy? It meant I didn't have to go around the whole house with a watering can to water all the plants. It was very heavy to bring upstairs anyway. This was a whole lot easier. I could do them all at the same time. I headed home with a big happy head on me. I might start looking after people's plants when I grow up. This has to be the most straightforward job ever. The internet had said that the water goes from the sink up through the towel and the plant takes whatever water it needs. No need for me to measure anything. 2 days later, I skipped over to Mrs. Small's as usual. When I got there, I noticed there was some water on the path. I don't remember any rain. I opened the front door and suddenly water poured out on top of my runners. Ah! No! I suddenly remembered what I had done, or more importantly, what I had not done. Just when I thought I was so clever doing this whole towel thing, what was the one thing that I didn't do? Yep, you are right. I completely forgot to turn off the tap. There was water everywhere. Mrs. Small will go bananas. I only had 2 things to do, and I had made a mess of it. I rang Mum to tell her what had happened. I held the phone away from my ear because I was waiting for her to go nuts. I couldn't believe it when she was calm. Maybe I rang the wrong Mum. She told me not to panic. She would come over and sort it out. When she arrived, she looked at the mess, looked at me and looked back at the mess. She even brought a few plants with her in case I'd ruined the other ones. Right, let's get this sorted, Michael McMoan. Get me the mop and bucket. I didn't even answer. I plodded through the wet splish, splashing everywhere. I handed them to her and she started mopping up the water and squeezing it out into the bucket. She filled the bucket loads and loads and loads of times. I lost count. I had to empty them all down the drain before I knew it. The water was gone, and the floor looked like it had just been washed. I opened the front door and the back door so that the floor would dry fast. I was still afraid to say anything, so I just gave Mum a big hug. What did you put the plants on a towel, Michael? She asked. I saw it on the internet, I replied. Well, let this be a lesson for you, young man. You can't believe everything you read on that thing. She told me to close all the doors, check the windows, and most importantly, turn off the tap. Won't be trying that trick again in a hurry. And the second chapter I'm going to be reading for you today is The Big Holiday Plan. Dad and Mum had brought home loads of magazines about America. We spent hours looking at them, trying to decide where to visit. We spent hours looking at them, trying to decide where to visit. All I wanted to be theme parks, roller coasters and stuff like that. For once, Mark actually agreed with me. He mustn't be feeling well. Dad wanted to see all those famous places like buildings and statues. Boring. Won't be voting for that. Mum reckons that we will all have to sit down, write out all the things we want to do, and then we will have a vote. Mum asked me what type of theme park I wanted to go to, but before I could answer, she whispered, "Bet you don't want to go to a water park, do you?" I just shook my head. "Don't want to see water for a long time," I whispered back. She just winked at me and smiled. After we had all written down our favourite things we wanted to visit, we all looked at the lists. Dad reckoned he had an answer to the problem that would make everybody happy. Road trip. The plan was to visit San Francisco because Dad wanted to see things there. Then we would drive to Los Angeles to visit a theme park, and Mum could go shopping there too. All sorted. Mum and Dad went to the travel agents the next day and booked everything. Just had to wait until Mrs. Small got home, and then it was holiday time. I don't know about you, but I usually want time to go really slow on holidays, but now I wanted it to speed up so that we could go to America. I made a few trips to Mrs. Small's gathering up the post as usual, but I just needed the watering can to do the plants, not taking any more chances with them. She arrived home on Friday and gave me a call on my mobile. She wanted me to call over when I had a chance. Oh no, this could mean trouble. I called over after dinner. I was nervous. Ringing the doorbell. Mrs. Small looked happy to see me when I went in. She told me to sit down. She gave me a drink and some biscuits. "Young man, you did a great job minding the house when I was away, and your mum told me that you even washed the floor for me." "Thank you," she said. "You must have done an amazing job watering the plants too, because one of the yellow plants now has red flowers. It's official. My mum is a legend. Just don't tell her I said that, promise." As I was heading home, Mrs. Small said, "I hear you are going to America next week on your holidays. You are very, very lucky. Here, take this. It's $10. It isn't much, but sure, it might get you an ice cream." "Thanks, Mrs. Small," I said. "Now make sure you take loads of photos with that phone thingamabob, young man." "Of course I will, Mrs. Small. Sure, I will email them to you." Mrs. Small just laughed. "You can if you like, but I don't think there is much point. I haven't got a computer. I wouldn't even know how to turn it on if I had." The end. I hope you enjoyed them lovely 2 chapters, and tomorrow I'm going to be reading you 2 chapters as well, maybe. So I'll just decide soon. So tomorrow I'll decide if I do 1 chapter or 2 chapters. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I guess I'll see you all tomorrow for day 318 of Rhys's stories. So bye everybody. Good luck.